I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Oh, you got deep? Mike's 59. Come back, come back.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Pride. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but he's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Complete to
Robbie Anderson there to make the grab. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, here's Corey Coleman. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use Murray fighting. Lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Murray a give. This is Drake. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
It's a pickup of 3.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. He'll air this one out for Kirk. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cornelder. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And it's 2nd down.
Isaiah Simmons there defensively.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. 8 yards there and a 1st down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Bridgewater again.
1st down.
He's got a man, complete. 20. Touchdown, Carolina.
Bridgewater's pass.
Curtis Samuel,
To Curtis
70
Samuel.
yards. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Coleman now to return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Second and 10.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Know your job. Check 59, Mike.
Throwing again. Murray. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Brian Burns able to get him for a loss of about 3. Murray with a 3rd and long. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson. Touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. 21-0 our score after 1.
Score Panthers 21, Cardinals nothing.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here's Andy Lee now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they? Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 73 yards. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Devon Kennard able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Throwing on 2nd and long. Bridgewater. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 40. He starts by handing this off to Drake. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins.
Murray's pass.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They do go for it. It's Murray. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Chandler Jones, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater over the middle, and it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
48, come on. Silver. Hey, look, 48. You don't like the 48.
Bridgewater now from the 50. That's to his running back, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Here we go.
On the option, it's Murray. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do better. think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line.
And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Third and short yardage, Bridgewater. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Jordan Phillips in boy possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Murray's going to keep it on the option.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun, Murray. Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 4th down, here's the option.
Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 11. He'll throw from the gun. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Here's Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Jordan Phillips picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. On the toss, Drake going left. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
The 33-yard line.
Running, it's Drake. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Pride on the tackle. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. He'll buy some time right. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They're going for it. It's Murray. He finds Coleman. And they'll get this down to the 10. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Murray. Looking for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they bring in an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
There on the coverage.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you're out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Dancing to his left. Now, oh no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Brings up
Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll run. It's Drake, and he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
This is McCaffrey. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 29 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. They'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Murray's going to keep it. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. Murray to throw. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. On the ground, McCaffrey. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Bridgewater's pass intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Pride.
Intercepted by the Panthers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Backed up deep in their own territory.